Hi and welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited about today's video. Actually, I'm more than super excited. Whatever lives above super excited, that's where I am. Because today, this video marks my 100th YouTube video. So I'm super excited about myself when I go home. I didn't get a cake to celebrate, but I do have a cookie, a decorated sugar cookie waiting for me when I get home. So let's jump right on into this video. And today we're going to be talking about Norwegian announces that they have a new ship that's designed for Alaskan Cruises, and I'm going to share with you the 10 places to spend Halloween. So on Thursday, and before I jump right into this video, let me just say this. I'm having some sinus issues. My sinuses are draining. So if I get into a coughing fit, y'all please excuse me. I can't help it. I'm trying my best to get through this without having to cough. So if I sound nasally and stopped up, it's probably because I am. So now let's jump right on in. On Thursday, officials from Norwegian Cruise Line announced that the company will build a new ship specifically designed for the Alaskan market, dubbed the Norwegian Bliss. The 4,000 passenger ship will be custom built with features and amenities designed for Alaskan itineraries. The vessel will have its home port in Seattle and is scheduled for delivery in the spring of 2018. Norwegian Cruise Line currently operates 2 ships out of Seattle, and the company has a deal in place for a $30 million joint expansion project with the Port of Seattle on the Pier 66 cruise terminal. The company has announced the new Norwegian Bliss ship was held at Port of Seattle's Pier 66 and featured comments from Norwegian President and CEO Andy Stewart, Port of Seattle CEO Ted Fick, and Port of Seattle Commission President John Crichton. The Norwegian Bliss will be built in Meyer Werft in Papenburg, Germany, and will be the 3rd ship in Norwegian Cruise Line's Breakaway Plus class, joining its sister ships, the Norwegian Joy and the Norwegian Escape. During the ship's journeys to Alaska, the Norwegian Bliss will feature calls in Ketchikan, Juneau, and Skagway, as well as Victoria, British Columbia. In the coming months, the cruise line said that the design for the hull, which will be done by marine life artist Wyland, and more information about the ship's accommodations, dining, and onboard offerings will be unveiled at that time. So this is something really, really spectacular, something that I think we should all think about, because I think this is going to be super amazing. Now let's talk about the 10 coolest places to celebrate Halloween. Excuse me. And so as you know, Halloween is celebrated throughout the world in various ways. Some are just simple trick-or-treating with the little ones, maybe a little Halloween party. Some places go to the extreme with gatherings in cemeteries and things like that. So let's jump right on it in, and let me tell you who's doing what. So number 10, Salem, Massachusetts. It was here that 26 people were once tried and put to death for being witches. And Halloween is when the town celebrates witches in the coolest of ways. And you can visit anytime during the month of October to get the full Halloween experience. And it says here that you can expect guided tours of haunted and infamous spots, trial and hanging reenactments. Don't miss out visiting the Witch House Museum, which was once home to Judge Jonathan Corwin, who was one of the judges in the trials and one of the remaining buildings left in Salem that has direct links to the trials. Number 9, Transylvania, Romania. The entire country of Romania has a creep-tacular reputation with its stunning Gothic architecture and enveloping forests. But it's the impressive Bran Castle that draws most visitors here, as it was once said to be the home of Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's famous Dracula. Many of you have seen that. And so today, for brave visitors, the castle is open to the public, and nothing seems creepier than touring through there on the night of Halloween, learning the truth about the terrifying legends. Number 8, Mexico. It isn't called Halloween in Mexico, but instead it's called Day of the Dead. And it's a 3-day celebration that begins October 31st every year. Day of the Dead is a celebration of the dead, and it is believed that spirits return each year on the 3 days to spend time with their loved ones. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think I want spirits visiting me. But if this is something that you like, you might want to think about heading to Mexico. So, now the main square is where the biggest party happens, with an abundance of food, drinks, and dancing all night long. And of course, within Mexico, there's so many different towns. Each town celebrates Halloween, or I'm sorry, not Halloween, Day of the Dead in various ways, different ways. So, you know, I think it's, if you're going to be there, it's worth checking out a couple of those. Number 7, Ireland. It is where Halloween originated and still remains one of the best places to celebrate it. Although it is known as Samian Night there. And I'm not quite sure if I said that right, but it's Samhain. So they don't call it Halloween, that's what they call it. And so this medieval Irish festival originated when it marked the end of the harvest, which brought shorter days and the dark half of the year. It is this time that the dead are believed to revisit the mortal world. Derry City is where visitors will want to head for the best Halloween celebrations in the country. The banks of the Froylan Halloween Carnival runs 9 days and celebrates everything spooky. Count on parades, fireworks, ghost tours, haunted houses, workshops, scary movies, and even a dragon safari. A slew of family-friendly programs also go on all festival long. Number 6, Sleepy Hollow, New York. The famous grounds of Washington Irving's timeless legend of the Headless Horseman are the perfect place to get spooky this year. Halloween can be discovered here throughout the entire month of October. The 300-year-old Phillipsburg Manor is one of the most favorite of Halloween events, as it is transformed into a fearsome landscape that features vampires, witches, ghosts, and state-of-the-art special effects. For a more family-friendly tour, head to the Lindenhurst Castle, where a guide will take you to meet the spirits of the Mummy, Frankenstein's monster, and the Phantom of the Opera. Other activities in this town include haunted hay rides, live music, street fairs, parades, and lantern tours. Don't miss out on visiting Old Dutch Burying Ground, one of the oldest cemeteries in the United States, and of course the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, where Washington Irving is buried. Number 5, and I was really surprised about this one, Long Beach, California. For those who want a real good scare, there's no better place to head than one of the most haunted places in the world, the cruise liner Queen Mary. Docked off Long Beach in California, this is one of the coolest and most unique places to celebrate Halloween. Dark Harbor starts October 1st each year and runs for a whole month, offering terrifying experiences to those who dare the visit. This month-long event features 6 mazes haunted by more than 200 spirits and ghosts, many inspired by the actual spirits that are said to haunt the ship. Visitors should also expect rides, more monsters, live shows, food and beverages. Something to note about this experience is that it is not, understand what I'm saying, it is not suitable for young children, and no costumes are allowed other than on Halloween. Number 4, New York City, New York. New York City's Village Halloween Parade literally shuts down Lower Manhattan and draws visitors from all over the world. Established in 1974, this parade features dancers, costumes, and giant mile-long puppets. Anyone in a costume is welcome to participate in this event, and those wanting to watch should show up early to grab a spot along 6th Avenue. If this incredible parade doesn't satisfy your Halloween hunger, head on over to an after-dark crypt crawl under the Cathedral St. John the Divine, or join a ghost walk where you might run into the ghost of Edgar Allan Poe, known to hang around the village. The city is overflowing with haunted hotels, bars, and buildings, and even the museums and zoos go all out for this annual celebration. Number 3, Hollywood, California. Open your eyes to the dark side of theme parks when you visit Universal Studios in Hollywood over Halloween. The parks transforms into a creepy wonderland of horrors, featuring interactive mazes, additional shows, and ride and scare zones that will have you, excuse me, that will have you screaming in fear. Horror movie fans will love the over-the-top special effects and scream-worthy attractions. If you prefer to avoid the theme parks, why not head on to one of the largest Halloween parties in the world? In West Hollywood, over 500,000 people take to the streets of Santa Monica Boulevard for the Halloween Carnival. This event features live entertainment, food vendors, photo stations, a queen, and much more. Many of the bars along the road take part in this event with special drinks and patio parties. It is one of the biggest events in all of Los Angeles, and it's absolutely free. Open from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Halloween night. Number 2, London, England. There are a slew of awesome Halloween events that happen in London, and your hardest decision may just be deciding which one to attend. For visitors who are looking to be frightened, there's no better place to head than the popular Dungeon, which has been giving panic attacks to visitors since 1976. It's an elaborate, interactive experience that takes visitors face to face with notorious villains such as Jack the Ripper and Sweeney Todd. Actors escort participants through 14 shows and 3 terrifying rides. For those looking for a little less intensive experience, the ghost walks that happen throughout the city are always a hit. Join along as you visit the site of Sir William Wallace's execution and an old churchyard that is haunted by Queen Isabella. Or take a guided tour along Jack the Ripper's old haunts in East London, and even have a pint where 2 of his victims were allegedly drinking. Last but certainly not least, and it did not surprise me at all that this was the number 1 place, New Orleans, Louisiana. It is the second most celebrated time in the city, trumped only by Mardi Gras, and it is one of the coolest places to celebrate Halloween in the world. Combine the city's reputation for voodoo with some of the best haunted and paranormal tours in the world, and you have yourself an incredible Halloween experience. It is known as the most haunted city in the United States, and make sure to book a tour in the French Quarter or through one of the world-famous cemeteries. Frenchman Street is where you will find the biggest Halloween street parties in which locals and tourists take to the streets in elaborate costumes. Haunted houses, activities at the zoo, an awesome annual Halloween parade, and the voodoo music and art experience are all a part of this city's celebrations. If you couldn't get here for Mardi Gras, visiting in Halloween is the absolute next best thing. So, there you have it. Those are your top 10 places excuse me, to visit this Halloween. So no matter where you live, if you live in the places that I named, if you live close by and you're looking for something to do, I would suggest you head on out and look into doing those things. And if by chance you do go and visit any of those places, please drop me a line below and let me know what you did and how you liked it. So that is all I have for you today for our travel video. Again, I'm super excited about this being my 100th YouTube video. I look forward to making 100 more, of course. And until we meet again, I look forward to seeing you either on the Alaskan Cruises of the world or at one of the coolest haunted places to visit on Halloween. Until our next video, take care.